こんにちは、ジャパニーズアーモのミサです。Hey guys, so I taught you how to say can I do something? May I do something? Today we're going to learn how to say you're not allowed to, or you may not, or you can't do something. So, quick review. If you want to say can I do something? May I do something? Asking for permission, you'd use the te form and say mo I informally, and formally you'd just put desu ka at the end and say te mo I desu ka? So for example, may I come in? To come in, to enter, we use the verb hairu, and the te form of hairu is haitte. Hairu has an iru ending, but this is an exception, so the small tsu appears. Haitte. And then, may I come in? You'd say haitte mo I desu ka? Formally, and haitte mo I informally. And as an answer, you can just say いいですよ, sure, or いいよ, more informally. And if you want to say no, but in a soft way, I told you that you can use the word ちょっと and say ちょっとすみません, which literally means a little bit, but you're implying that it's a little inconvenient. But if some of you are watching anime, you might hear the word ダメ, which means no, or you can't do it. And this is what we are going to learn today. Here speaking informally, for example, your mom wants to come in and say 入ってもいい? If she can, you'd say いいよ. But if she can't, you're doing something private, you'd say 入っちゃダメ. 入っちゃダメ. ダメ means no good, or you can't do it, don't do something. It's a bit different from don't form, which is ないで. So you could instead say 入らないで, because the negation of 入る becomes 入らない because it's an exception, and you put で 入らないで is don't come in. But 入っちゃダメ is like you can't come in, you're not allowed to come in. And they are both equally often used. So some might say 入らないで, some might say 入っちゃダメ. In that case, I probably would say 入っちゃダメ. Anyway, this 入っちゃダメ is only used in informal speech. But how you do it is you simply change the te into ちゃ. So 入って becomes 入っちゃ. And then you put ダメ. Then that's you can't come in. You could say 入っちゃダメです. And this is a bit more formal, but still friendly. But if you want to say the same thing very formally, like officially, you'd say 入ってはいけません. So you say てはいけません to mean you're not allowed to do something. But this is very formal. Because this is a bit too formal and a bit too official, it doesn't sound too soft. So a lot of people prefer saying 入らないでください. So they would use the please don't form. 入らないでください. But it really depends on the situation. Yeah, so today we're going to learn this ちゃダメ and てはいけません. I would say ちゃダメ is a lot more common, and you hear this a lot in anime or dramas or real life. Whilst てはいけません is something you still should learn, but maybe less common. So, for example, can I eat? You'd say 食べてもいい? 食べてもいい? And if you want to say sure, you can just say いいよ. But if you want to say no, you can't eat it, you'd say 食べちゃダメ. 食べちゃダメ. So again, you change the て into ちゃ and put ダメ. 食べちゃダメ. So if you have a naughty son who is trying to get candy without asking you, you might say 食べちゃダメ. Don't eat it. You can't eat it. So again, 食べないで is don't eat please, which is a request. But if you say 食べちゃダメ, that's more like saying that you're not allowed. So that's a bit different, right? Again, if you want to say 食べちゃダメ formally, you could say 食べてはいけません. 食べてはいけません. which means you're not allowed to eat. Again, you might not hear this as common as 食べちゃダメ or 食べちゃダメです. About you can't look, don't look. So, te form of 見る is 見て. So you change te into cha and say 見ちゃ, and then put ダメ. So 見ちゃダメ is don't look, you can't look. So again, it's different from 見ないで, which means please don't look. Again, don't fall asleep. You can say 寝ないで, but also you could say 寝ちゃダメ. That's like you're not allowed to sleep. You can't sleep. What about the verb to leave or to come out? We say 出る. This verb 出る has so many meanings. One of them could mean to leave, to come out, to appear, like on a show or on stage, or to answer the phone call. 電話に出る would mean to answer the phone. 電話に出ない means not answer the phone, not pick up. But anyway, 外に出る means to go outside. 外に出る. You could say 外に行く, but we don't really say 外に行く, but we say 外に出る to come outside. So for example, typhoon is coming, so don't go outside, or you can't go outside. Typhoon, we say 台風. So 台風が来るから, it's like because typhoon is coming. から means because, but you have to put after the reason. So reason から means because of the reason. 台風が来るから, and then you say you can't go outside. So to go outside, 外に出る. The te form of 出る is 出て. So you change 出て into 出ちゃ and put ダメ. So 外に出ちゃダメ is you can't go outside. So 台風が来るから外に出ちゃダメ is how you'd say because typhoon is coming, you can't go outside, don't go outside. If you say 外に出ないで or 外に出ないでね, it might be a bit too soft. So if you're a mom, you're responsible for child's safety. So you'd have to say you're not allowed to go outside rather than, oh, please don't go outside, because you really don't want your child to go outside. Yeah, so 出ちゃダメ works better in this situation. What about don't say, you can't tell anybody. So to say, we say 言う, right? And the te form of 言う is 言って. So if you say 言っちゃダメ, it means don't say, don't tell, you can't tell. For example, you can't tell anybody. You'd say 誰にも言っちゃダメ. 誰も means nobody, but the ni particle appears because we say to tell something to someone. So to nobody. So it's like don't say to anybody. 誰にも言っちゃダメ. So again, 誰にも言わないで is please don't tell anybody. Whilst 言っちゃダメ is like you can't do that. You're not allowed to say that. Unfortunately, I lost the second half of this video, so I'm reshooting. So I'm sorry if the change is distracting. But anyway, if you say 言っちゃダメ or 言ってはいけません, they mean you can't say, you're not allowed to say that. And if you say 誰にも言っちゃダメ, then that's, you can't say it to anyone. But since the form of the verb 言う to say and 行く to go is the same, 言って言っちゃダメ or 言ってはいけません could mean you can't go, don't go, you're not allowed to go, as well as you can't say. So for example, if you want to say you can't go there alone, don't go there alone. Alone, we use the word one person. Do you remember how we count one person? 一人. And then if you say 一人で, that's alone. So 一人で行く means to go alone. So you can't go there alone would be 一人で行っちゃダメ。一人で行っちゃダメ。or 一人で行ってはいけません。一人で行ってはいけません。If you want to say don't go there alone, there we say あそこ、あそこ。But this あそこ only means over there, and also the place has to be kind of far from speaker or me and the listener or you. Do you remember これ、それ、あれ? これ means this, something near me. それ that near you. あれ that over there, kind of far from both of us. And then we use this こ、そ、あ things to say here and there as well. If you say ここ, then that's here near myself. ここ. And if I say そこ, then that's there. I'm talking about the place near the person I'm talking to. And then if I say あそこ, then that's kind of far from both of us. So ここ、そこ、あそこ, just like これ、それ、あれ. Anyway, we will use the word あそこ for don't go there alone. So, although in English you say go, come here, go there, you don't say go to there. In Japanese, we still have to put the ni particle to indicate the direction. So, we would have to say ここに for to here. For example, if I want to say come here, I would have to say come to here. So I would say ここに来て. And then go there, we would again have to say go to there. So あそこに行く. あそこに行く. So just don't go there. You can't go there. It would be あそこに行っちゃダメ. あそこに行っちゃダメ. And then let's put the word alone, which is 一人で. So 一人であそこに行っちゃダメ。一人であそこに行っちゃダメ。You can swap あそこに and 一人で if you want, because as long as the verb is at the end, the order doesn't really matter in Japanese. So you could also say あそこに一人で行っちゃダメ。あそこに一人で行っちゃダメ。So we've been using this ちゃダメ or てはいけません to mean you can't do it or don't do it. But you can also use these forms like general you can't do it. Anyone can't do it. For example, in Japan, if you're under 20 years old, you can't, you're not allowed to drink alcohol. So we would use this form again to say general you are not allowed to drink alcohol. Do you remember how we say alcohol? お酒, お酒 and drink. 飲む. So お酒を飲む. And then we have to change 飲む into the te form. So む, ぶ, ぬ endings all change into んで, right? So 飲む becomes 飲んで, 飲んで. And then we want to change into the can't, not allowed form, right? I said you change the te into cha, right? But this verb, 飲む becomes 飲んで. It doesn't have te at the end. Instead, it has de at the end. In this case, we always change de into ja, ja. So 飲んで becomes 飲んじゃ, 飲んじゃ. So you'd say 飲んじゃダメ, 飲んじゃダメ informally. And if you want to say it formally, again, you wouldn't say てはいけません for this verb 飲む. You'd have to say ではいけません. ではいけません. So you're not allowed to drink formally. You'd say 飲んではいけません. 飲んではいけません. So verbs like 遊ぶ to hang out would also become 遊んで in the te form or de form, and you change 遊んで into 遊んじゃダメ, 遊んじゃダメ or 遊んではいけません. Anyway, if you want to say you can't drink alcohol, you'd first say alcohol or and then can't drink. So, お酒を飲んじゃダメ。お酒を飲んじゃダメ。And formally you'd say お酒を飲んではいけません。お酒を飲んではいけません。And then if you want to say 20 years old, you'd say 20歳。20歳。The number 20, we say 20. 20. You've got u at the end, but when we add the counter, 歳, which is like years old, 20 becomes 20 with small 2 and 歳. 20歳. And if you want to say under 20 years old, you'd say 20歳未満。20歳未満。This word 未満 doesn't include the age of 20, so that it's referring to people up to 19 years old. So 20歳未満 and then if you say 20歳未満の人, it means people under 20 years old. So the whole sentence, people under 20 years old can't drink alcohol. It would be 20歳未満の人はお酒を飲んじゃダメ。20歳未満の人はお酒を飲んじゃダメ。informally and formally 20歳未満の人はお酒を飲んではいけません。And then if you want to even add the word in Japan, you can say 日本で、日本で and then you can just simply put it at the beginning and say 日本で20歳未満の人はお酒を飲んではいけません。Alright, this is super long, but let's try. Alright? 日本で20歳未満の人はお酒を飲んではいけません。Also, if you're under 20, you can't smoke in Japan. So let's try that sentence as well. To smoke, we say タバコを吸う。タバコを吸う。The word タバコ was borrowed from Portuguese. And 吸う means inhale, like 吸う。So タバコを吸う。You could omit タバコ when it's clear from the context or the situation. But normally we say タバコを吸う as I said. So let's say タバコを吸う. And then if you want to make the te form of 吸う, then 吸う becomes 吸って、吸って. So you are not allowed to smoke. It'd be タバコを吸っちゃダメ。タバコを吸っちゃダメ。And formally you'd say タバコを吸ってはいけません。タバコを吸ってはいけません。So let's try the sentence. People under 20 years old are not allowed to smoke. 20歳未満 is how we say under 20 years old, right? So 20歳未満の人はタバコを吸ってはいけません。20歳未満の人はタバコを吸ってはいけません。So that was kind of more general you, right? But of course, if someone takes a pack of cigarette out of the pocket and he was like, no, you can't smoke here, you can also say the same thing. If you want to say here, do you remember how we said here? ここ, right? So you'd say ここで. Again, we have to put the particle just like we did for come here, which was ここに来て. But here, and then you're going to take an action, you say ここで. So ここでタバコを吸っちゃダメ. Informally. ここでタバコを吸っちゃダメ. If you want to say it formally, then ここでタバコを吸ってはいけません。ここでタバコを吸ってはいけません。So again, this is more like forbidding someone to smoke, right? But if it's allowed, but you personally don't like it when someone smokes, then then you should say please don't smoke, which we use the informal negation and then put de afterwards. So we want to change the verb す into the informal negation. So for example, verb to speak, 話す, the negation of 話す becomes 話さない, 話さない. You change う into a and then put ない. 話す, 話さない. But verbs that only have hiragana う at the end, like to say, 言う, to buy, 買う, and this to smoke, す. You have to change う into は and then put ない. So 言う to say becomes 言わない, I don't say. And then if you want to say don't say, please don't say as a request, you say 言わないで informally and 言わないでください formally. So to smoke, 吸う, if you want to say I don't smoke, then you say 吸わない, 吸わない. And to make it as a request, please don't smoke, you put で after ない. So 吸わないで or 吸わないでください more formally. So you could say タバコを吸わないで or タバコを吸わないでください. So that's more of a request, please don't smoke, rather than you can't smoke, you're not allowed to smoke, which is kind of like forbidding. Okay, let's practice ちゃだめ and てはいけません with more verbs. Do you remember how we say to forget? 忘れる 忘れる. So the te form of 忘れる is 忘れて 忘れて, which is like please forget, right? 忘れて. And if you want to say you can't forget or don't forget, then 忘れちゃダメ 忘れちゃダメ. And formally, how do you say it? 忘れてはいけません 忘れてはいけません. And if you want to say don't forget to do something, you simply put the verb in the plain form and put no and then を忘れる. So for example, to lock, we say 鍵をかける 鍵をかける. Kagi means a key, and かける has so many meanings, but here it's to lock with a key. So for example, you can't or don't forget to lock the door. To lock the door, we say ドアに鍵をかける ドアに鍵をかける. And then if you want to say to forget to lock the door, then ドアに鍵をかけるのを忘れる ドアに鍵をかけるのを忘れる. And then you want to say you can't forget to lock the door, then you'd say ドアに鍵をかけるのを忘れちゃダメ ドアに鍵をかけるのを忘れちゃダメ. To lock the door, we also say 鍵を閉める 閉める means to close, so it's a bit strange, but that's another way to say to lock the door. 鍵を閉める. What about the verb to trust or to believe? We say 信じる信じる. So for example, don't trust that person. You can't trust that person. That person, you'd say あの人あの人. So あの人を信じる is trust that person. And then you can't trust. First you have to make the te form of 信じる. So it's 信じて信じて, which means trust me or believe me. 信じて. But we have to say you can't trust. So 信じて becomes 信じちゃダメ信じちゃダメ. And the whole sentence would be あの人を信じちゃダメあの人を信じちゃダメ. About the verb to run. To run, we say 走る走る. So 走る has got an いる ending just like 見る. So you might think you just change る into て, but unfortunately, this is an exception, so this conjugates like other ru endings like aru, uru, oru endings. Do you remember how we would conjugate the verb uru, which means to sell? The te form of uru becomes utte, utte. You put the small tsu and te. We do the same thing to this verb hashiru. Instead of just changing ru into te, we have to put the small tsu. So hashiru becomes hashitte, hashitte. That's please run, hashitte. And you want to say you can't run, you're not allowed to run, then hashiccha dame, hashiccha dame. And if you want to say this formally, then hashitte wa ikemasen, hashitte wa ikemasen. So a mom would say hashiccha dame to kids because they're family, they're speaking formally. But teachers would talk to students formally. So they wouldn't say hashiccha dame, but hashitte wa ikemasen. In Japan, teachers would say, you can't run in the corridor. Corridor, we say roka, roka. And whenever you want to say run in a place, you'd say place or hashiru. We'd use the o particle. You just need to remember. So in the corridor, run. Roka o hashiru. Roka o hashiru. So you can't run in the corridor formally. Can you try? Roka o hashitte wa ikemasen. Roka o hashitte wa ikemasen. And whenever teachers said, you can't run, there were always kids who said, じゃあスキップしてもいいですか? Okay, what about the verb to break? To break, we say 壊す, 壊す. So you lend something and you say you can't break this or don't break this. Then the te form of 壊す is 壊して, 壊して. So 壊して becomes 壊しちゃ and then put ダメ. 壊しちゃダメ. You can't break. 壊しちゃダメ. What about formally? 壊してはいけません. 壊してはいけません. What about to lose? To lose, we say なくす, なくす. Don't lose it. You can't lose it. Then, first, the te form of なくす is なくして, なくして. So, なくしちゃダメ or formally なくしてはいけません. なくしてはいけません. You could also say なくしちゃダメだよ. なくしちゃダメだよ. So this yo at the end is often used when you want the attention from the listener and also when you suggest or give advice, but also to make sure that the person understands. ダメ is actually an adjective. ダメな. When you want to put yo after a noun or an adjective, you always have to change na into da and then put yo. So ダメだよ is it's not allowed. It's not okay. Got it? So なくしちゃダメだよ. You can't lose it, alright? We didn't say なくしちゃダメだね in this case. ダメだね in fact sounds like we know it's kind of bad to lose it. And then we're saying, it's bad, right? You might not hear this ever. So just remember this ダメだよ, ダメだよ. What about the verb to laugh? Laugh. We say 笑う, 笑う. So you can't laugh. First, the te form of 笑う would be 笑って, 笑って. So 笑っちゃダメ or 笑ってはいけません. For example, if you want to say you can't laugh at other people's misfortune. Misfortune, we say 不幸, 不幸. And other, we say 他の and then put something. So other people would be 他の人, 他の人. You should remember this almost like as a phrase because we say this a lot. 他の人, others or other people. So other people's misfortune, we say 他の人の不幸。他の人の不幸。And then although in English you say laugh at something, we would simply say something を笑う。something を笑う。So 他の人の不幸を笑う is to laugh at other people's misfortune. And then you put this into the ちゃだめ form. So 他の人の不幸を笑っちゃダメ。他の人の不幸を笑っちゃダメ。And more formally, you'd say 他の人の不幸を笑ってはいけません。But also, if you're gonna say something embarrassing about yourself, and then you're gonna say, don't laugh, alright? Beforehand, you'd say 笑わないでね。笑わないでね, which just uses the informal negation. 笑わないでね. Okay, what about the verb to give up? To give up, we say 諦める。諦める. So don't give up, you can't give up. Then you first make the te form of 諦める. So 諦めて。諦めて. Then let's give up. But you can't give up. Then 諦めちゃダメ。諦めちゃダメ。Formally, you'd say 諦めてはいけません。諦めてはいけません。For example, you can't give up your dream. Dream, we say 夢。夢。So, 夢を諦めちゃダメ。夢を諦めちゃダメ。What about in Japan, you can't make a phone call on the train, which is, by the way, true. To make a phone call, we say 電話をかける。電話をかける。Do you remember I used かける for something else? かける I used for 鍵をかける, which means to lock. But also if you say, for example, コートをかける, then that's to hang the coat. If you say メガネをかける, then that's to wear glasses. So lots of meanings, but just remember them one by one. Don't try to remember all of it one time. So then we learned 鍵をかける and also this 電話をかける. So please make a phone call. Please call would be 電話をかけて。電話をかけて。But you want to change かけて into the can't form. So かけちゃダメ。かけちゃダメ。And then you want to say on the train. The word train is quite similar to the word phone. Phone we say 電話. Train we say 電車. 電車. So 電車で is on the train. In Japan, you can't make a phone call on the train. In Japan, we should rather say as for Japan. 日本は and then 電車で電話をかけちゃダメ。日本は電車で電話をかけちゃダメ。You could also say 日本の電車で電話をかけちゃダメ。How would you say this formally? 日本の電車で電話をかけてはいけません。日本の電車で電話をかけてはいけません。Alright, if you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up. And if you have time, please check out my Patreon page as well. And make sure to subscribe to the channel and share this with your friends. Okay, じゃあまたね。バイバイ。